Hi, my name is Anna Sanderlin, and this is vlog 3 for ICL 4001. And so for the first question, it says, how might your multicultural identity impact the way you manage a classroom? Well, in general, my multicultural identity, one of my identifiers is that I'm a woman. So I know what it's like to be a woman growing up in fields that are dominated by men and who might put women down for certain things. So part of my classroom would be making sure that everybody feels equally involved in everything. And in general, a big part of what I hope to do is make sure everybody feels included and feel like they can come to me for help when they need it. This would just be a way for me to be open-minded about everybody and make sure everybody feels like they're included in what's going on in the classroom. Because I know that all my students in the future will come from different backgrounds. They might not come from the same background as me. They might not look the same as me. They might have things that identify them that don't identify me. And that's going to be something that I hope to incorporate in the classroom and make sure everybody understands is normal and okay. So for the second question, it says, what happens with classroom management when there's a cultural mismatch between students and teachers in schools? And this situation tends to create a lot of stress for the students, especially because if they feel like they're not being heard in class, or if they feel like they are not being understood in class, then it can make it harder for them to grasp the lessons that are happening, and it can make it harder for them to feel like they're welcome in the classroom that they're in. So part of who's responsible for this bridge is the teachers. It's the teacher and the administration's job, because it shouldn't be the student's job to have to make that bridge, especially in the younger grades, because they don't have that kind of access. But the teacher's job is to make sure that their students learn everything that they're supposed to learn, that they move on to the next grade, to the next part of their life with all of the tools they need to be successful. So part of that is making sure that those students feel comfortable enough to learn in their classrooms, and that they feel comfortable enough in their classrooms to ask the teachers for help. A big problem I had throughout school was that I didn't feel comfortable asking teachers for help, because a lot of times when teachers are talking, it feels a little bit like they don't want to be asked. They want you to figure it out. They're explain it once and done. And I have had a couple teachers who are better about it, but when you have so many that push that idea on you, it gets harder and harder to ask for help as you get older. So I hope to start that from a young age, that if you need help, you should ask for it. And I hope to create pathways and different opportunities for students to do such a thing. But in general, it is the teacher's responsibility, I believe. And sure, especially as you get older, the students have a little bit more responsibility in creating those bridges and in creating a community within the school. But it starts with the teacher, and it starts with the tone that the teacher sets for the classroom. And I believe that this kind of mindset can overcome any problems that come with a multicultural identity when there is a mismatch between the school and the students, especially if you're teaching in an area where you are the minority. So if you go to a school and the majority of the students or everybody has to have different identities than you do, then it can be really hard to make that gap. But it is definitely the teacher's responsibility to bridge that and to make sure that everybody feels welcome in the classroom.